My friends, this is the day the Lord has made, and we will rejoice. We will be glad, because today is a gift, an opportunity to be led by the hand of the Almighty. Listen to me. Every morning you wake up, you have a choice. A choice to be led by your own thoughts, your own worries, your own agenda, or to be led by the Lord. And hear me clearly. When the Lord leads, you cannot fail. So today I want to give you 7 powerful truths to declare every morning, so that the hand of God will order your steps, guide your path, and make your life a testimony of His power. Lord, lead me into your will, not my way. This is the greatest prayer a person can pray in the morning. Every day people wake up with their own plans, their own ambitions, and their own desires. They chase after success, money, approval, and recognition, thinking that these things will bring them fulfillment. But fulfillment does not come from achieving personal goals. It comes from walking in divine purpose. When you submit your plans to God, when you lay down your own agenda and say, Lord, I want what you want, you align yourself with something greater than yourself. You position yourself to receive wisdom, guidance, and supernatural favor. Life is full of options, full of choices, full of opportunities. But not every path is the right path. Not every open door is a divine door. Not every opportunity is an assignment from heaven. That is why before stepping out, you must ask, Lord, is this what you have for me? Is this where you want me to go? Is this what you want me to pursue? Too often people force things to happen. They move ahead of God. They try to control outcomes. They push, they manipulate, they strive, and they struggle. But when God leads, there is peace. When God leads, there is provision. When God leads, doors open supernaturally. The right connections fall into place. The right opportunities come at the right time. There is no need to force anything when you are in divine alignment. But when you walk in your own way, you will experience unnecessary resistance. You will find yourself frustrated, exhausted, and empty, because human effort alone can never produce divine results. Many people make the mistake of asking God to bless their own plans instead of surrendering to His plan. They make a decision, then ask for His approval instead of seeking His direction first. But God does not bless what He has not ordained. Submission to God's will requires trust. It means letting go of control. It means releasing the fear of the unknown. It means believing that what He has for you is greater than anything you could ever build for yourself. Trust is not passive, it is active. It means seeking Him daily, listening for His voice, and being willing to follow even when the path is unclear. It means being patient even when things are not happening as quickly as you want them to. It means walking in obedience even when obedience is uncomfortable. It means saying, Lord, even if this is not what I expected, I trust that you know what is best for me. Some people say they want to follow God's will, but deep down they still want to do things their own way. They want to be led, but they also want control. They pray for guidance, but when God tells them something they don't like, they ignore it. They ask for direction, but when the path requires sacrifice, they hesitate. Following God is not about convenience. It is about commitment. It is about surrendering, even when you do not fully understand. It is about saying, Lord, if you are leading, I will follow, no matter where you take me. Because when you truly allow Him to lead, He will take you places you never imagined. He will open doors you never expected. He will bring blessings you never saw coming. Letting God lead does not mean life will always be easy. There will be challenges. There will be moments when you feel like you are walking through the wilderness. There will be times when you wonder why certain things are not happening the way you expected. But the difference is this: when you are in His will, every challenge has a purpose. Every trial is shaping you. Every delay is protecting you. Every setback is setting you up for something greater. God does not waste anything. If He is leading you through it, He will use it for your good. You may not see it now, but one day you will look back and realize that what seemed like a detour was actually a divine setup. What felt like a rejection was actually redirection. What looked like a loss was actually preparation for something better. So every morning, before making a decision, before rushing into your day, before trying to figure everything out, take a moment and surrender. Say, Lord, I don't want my way, I want yours. I don't want my plans, I want your purpose. I don't want to move ahead of you, I want to walk with you. Lead me, guide me, show me the path I should take. I trust you. And when you pray this prayer with sincerity, when you truly let go and let God lead, you will see His hand move in ways that will amaze you. You will experience doors opening without struggle. You will see opportunities come without striving. You will feel peace even in the middle of uncertainty. Because when the Lord is leading, you can walk in confidence, knowing that your steps are ordered, your future is secure, and your life is in the hands of the one who knows the end from the beginning. Lord, lead me in righteousness. Every single day we are faced with choices. Choices that shape our character, choices that define our future, choices that either bring us closer to God or pull us away from Him. Righteousness is not just about avoiding sin. It is about walking in alignment with God's heart. It is about making decisions that honor Him, living in a way that reflects His nature, and pursuing a life that brings Him glory. When God leads you in righteousness, He is not just telling you what not to do. He is showing you how to live in a way that brings favor, peace, and purpose. But the problem is, many people want to follow God while still holding on to their own ways. They want His blessings, but they do not want to change their habits. They want His protection, but they do not want to surrender their desires. Righteousness is not something that happens by accident. It is a choice. It is a decision you make every morning to walk in integrity, to speak truth, to treat people with kindness, to be faithful in what God has entrusted to you. Too many people separate their spiritual life from their daily life. They pray in the morning but gossip in the afternoon. They read scripture but still hold grudges. They worship on Sunday but compromise on Monday. This is not righteousness. Righteousness is consistency. It is walking in the truth, whether people are watching or not. It is choosing honesty even when lying would be easier. It is forgiving even when you have every right to be bitter. It is living in such a way that your actions, your words, and your decisions reflect the presence of God in your life. Some people think righteousness is restrictive, that it is about following rules and missing out on life. But the reality is, righteousness is freedom. It protects you from unnecessary pain. It guards your heart from regret. It shields you from the consequences of bad decisions. When you live righteously, you don't have to worry about covering up lies, fixing mistakes, or dealing with the weight of guilt. You walk in peace. You sleep with a clear conscience. You stand with confidence, knowing that your life is built on truth. And when God leads you in righteousness, He does not just guide your steps. He transforms your heart. He removes the desires that pull you away from Him. He gives you the strength to resist temptation. He fills you with wisdom to know the difference between what is good and what is God. There will always be temptations, always be opportunities to compromise, always be moments when the easy path seems more appealing than the right one. But righteousness is not about perfection. It is about direction. It is about constantly choosing to align yourself with God's ways, even when the world tells you otherwise. It is about surrounding yourself with people who push you toward holiness, not those who encourage compromise. It is about guarding your mind, your heart, your conversations, and your actions so that nothing pulls you away from the presence of God. Because when you live in righteousness, you are not just following rules, you are following a calling. You are stepping into the destiny God has prepared for you. A righteous life is a life of stability. It does not mean you will never face struggles, but it does mean you will have the strength to endure them. It does not mean you will never experience trials, but it does mean you will stand firm when they come. Righteousness builds a foundation that cannot be shaken. It gives you the ability to stand with boldness, knowing that your life is pleasing to God. And when you walk in righteousness, you attract favor. Doors open for you, opportunities find you, people trust you. Your reputation speaks for itself, not because of what you say, but because of how you live. And when God leads you in righteousness, He elevates you. Not because you are perfect, but because you are faithful. So every morning, before you step out into the world, ask the Lord to lead you in righteousness. Ask Him to guide your thoughts, your actions, your words. Ask Him to convict you when you start to drift, to strengthen you when you feel weak, to remind you of who you are and who He has called you to be. Because righteousness is not just about what you do, it is about who you are becoming. It is about living in a way that reflects the light of God in everything you do. And when you allow Him to lead you in righteousness, you will see His hand move in your life in ways you never imagined. Lord, lead me in wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to see beyond the present moment, to make decisions today that will benefit you tomorrow. It is more than knowledge, more than intelligence, more than experience. It is divine insight. It is knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. It is knowing which battles to fight and which ones to walk away from. It is knowing when to move forward and when to wait. Many people pray for blessings, but they do not pray for wisdom to manage those blessings. They ask for opportunities, but they do not seek the wisdom to know which ones to take. They desire success, but they lack the wisdom to sustain it. Without wisdom, even the best opportunities can turn into burdens. Even the greatest relationships can be destroyed. Even the most promising future can be wasted. Wisdom is the difference between reacting and responding. A person without wisdom reacts emotionally, making decisions based on temporary feelings. They speak before they think. They act before they consider the consequences. They move based on pressure, impulse, or frustration. But a wise person does not rush into decisions. They pause. They reflect. They seek understanding before taking action. Wisdom allows you to step back and see the bigger picture. It helps you avoid unnecessary conflicts, wasted energy, and costly mistakes. How many regrets could have been avoided if wisdom had been applied first? How many relationships could have been saved? How many opportunities could have been maximized? How much peace could have been preserved if wisdom had been the foundation of every decision? Wisdom is also the ability to discern people. Not everyone who comes into your life is meant to stay. Not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions. Some people will drain you, distract you, or even destroy you if you let them. Wisdom allows you to see beyond words and into motives. It teaches you to recognize the difference between true friends and hidden enemies, between people who are assigned to you and people who are assigned against you. A person with wisdom does not just listen to what people say, they watch what people do. They do not allow flattery to blind them, nor do they allow emotions to cloud their judgment. They pray for discernment, so they do not open their hearts to the wrong influences. Wisdom is the key to handling success. Many people pray for increase, but without wisdom, increase can become a curse instead of a blessing. Money without wisdom leads to waste. Influence without wisdom leads to corruption. Power without wisdom leads to destruction. History is full of people who rose to greatness only to lose everything because they lacked wisdom. A wise person understands that success is not just about reaching the top. It is about staying there. It is about making decisions that do not just benefit you in the moment, but sustain you for the long run. It is about knowing how to handle power with humility, how to manage resources with responsibility, how to build relationships with integrity. Wisdom also teaches patience. There will be moments in life when you feel like nothing is happening, like doors are not opening, like prayers are not being answered fast enough. But wisdom reminds you that timing matters. It teaches you to wait, to trust, to prepare. Just because something is delayed does not mean it is denied. Sometimes the greatest blessings require the longest preparation. Sometimes what feels like a setback is actually a setup. A person without wisdom will rush ahead, trying to force things to happen. They will settle for less because they do not have the patience to wait for what is truly meant for them. But a wise person understands that every delay has a purpose, that every season has its lessons, that waiting is never wasted when you are aligned with divine timing. Every day, decisions are being made that shape your future. Who you connect with, what you invest in, how you handle challenges. All of these things determine the path of your life. That is why wisdom is not optional. It is essential. It is the foundation that keeps you from falling into traps, from making reckless choices, from wasting years on things that do not matter. It is what protects your peace, secures your purpose, and aligns your life with greater things. So before making any decision, before taking any step, before speaking any word, ask for wisdom. Because when wisdom leads you, you cannot fail. Lord, lead me in strength. Life is full of battles, some seen, some unseen. There are days when the weight of responsibility feels overwhelming, when the pressures of life push against you, when circumstances test your endurance. Strength is not just about physical ability. It is about inner resilience. It is about having the endurance to keep going when everything in you wants to quit. It is about standing firm when storms rage, about moving forward when the road is unclear, about holding on when everything seems to be falling apart. Many people look strong on the outside, but inside they are exhausted, drained, and ready to collapse. True strength does not come from willpower alone. It comes from being anchored in something greater than yourself. It is the ability to remain steady when life is unpredictable, to keep your focus when distractions come, to persevere when everything seems to be against you. Strength is tested in adversity. It is easy to feel strong when everything is going well, but real strength is revealed in difficult seasons. When doors close, when plans fail, when people walk away, that is when your strength is truly measured. Some people break under pressure. They allow discouragement to consume them, fear to paralyze them, and failure to define them. But strength is not about avoiding hardship. It is about enduring it. It is about refusing to let temporary struggles shake your identity. It is about standing tall even when you feel weak, pushing forward even when you are tired, believing that every challenge has a purpose. The strongest people are not those who have never faced battles. They are those who have faced them and refuse to be defeated by them. Strength is also needed in making difficult decisions. There will be moments when you have to walk away from certain situations, let go of certain relationships, or take a stand for what is right, even when it is unpopular. Strength is not just about how much you can carry. It is also about what you are willing to release. Some people hold on to things that are weighing them down, afraid to let go because of fear, comfort, or attachment. But sometimes, the greatest act of strength is choosing to walk away from what no longer serves your growth. It is recognizing when a season is over, when a door is closed, when a path is no longer meant for you. Strength is knowing that letting go is not failure. It is preparation for something greater. Strength is also about discipline. Many people have big dreams, but they lack the strength to be consistent. They start things but do not finish them. They get excited about opportunities, but do not follow through. They want success, but they do not want the discipline required to achieve it. Strength is the ability to keep going even when motivation fades, to stay committed even when results are not immediate. It is about showing up, putting in the work, and doing what needs to be done even when no one is watching. Strength is not just about handling difficulties. It is about having the endurance to remain faithful, to stay on course, to build something that lasts. It is about pushing past excuses, past distractions, past setbacks, and continuing to move forward with unwavering determination. Strength is also required in relationships. It takes strength to forgive when you have been wronged, to love when you have been hurt, to be patient when others test you. Weakness holds on to bitterness, but strength chooses to release it. Weakness retaliates, but strength responds with wisdom. Some people think strength is about being aggressive, about proving a point, about always being right. But true strength is found in humility. It is found in the ability to listen, to understand, to choose peace over unnecessary conflict. It is knowing when to fight and when to remain silent. It is knowing that every battle is not worth engaging in, that every disagreement does not need a response, that sometimes the greatest victory is walking away from meaningless strife. Strength is what keeps you standing when life tries to knock you down. It is what gives you endurance when the road is long, what keeps you steady when storms come, what allows you to rise even after failure. Every day challenges will come, obstacles will appear, and situations will test you. That is why you cannot rely on your own strength alone. You need a source of strength that does not run out, that does not waver, that does not fail. You need strength that is greater than circumstances, greater than emotions, greater than anything life throws at you. And when you are led in strength, nothing can break you, nothing can stop you, nothing can defeat you. In the years to come, as we approach 10 years of drifting, because true strength is not about never falling, it is about always rising. Lord, lead me in peace. The world is filled with chaos, noise, and constant pressure. Every day there are distractions, conflicts, and challenges that try to steal your peace. Stress weighs people down. Anxiety consumes their minds, and fear grips their hearts. Many people are physically present but mentally overwhelmed, constantly thinking about what might go wrong, what they cannot control, and what has not yet happened. Peace is not just the absence of problems. It is the ability to remain calm in the middle of them. It is the ability to stand firm when everything around you is uncertain. It is choosing not to be controlled by circumstances, not to be shaken by what is temporary, not to live in a constant state of worry. Peace is the foundation that keeps you steady no matter what comes your way. Peace is a choice. It does not just happen automatically. You have to be intentional about protecting your peace, about removing yourself from environments that drain you, about setting boundaries with people who disrupt your spirit. Some people live in constant drama because they allow themselves to be surrounded by it. They engage in every argument, participate in every unnecessary debate, and entertain negativity that they should have walked away from. You cannot control everything, but you can control what you allow to affect you. Protecting your peace means recognizing when something is no longer worth your energy. It means choosing to step away from conversations that bring stress rather than solutions, from relationships that create confusion rather than clarity, from situations that rob you of joy rather than adding to your life. Peace is also about learning to let go. Too many people carry the weight of the past, holding on to things they cannot change. Regrets, disappointments, and past failures keep them stuck in cycles of frustration. But peace comes when you learn to release what is behind you and focus on what is ahead. You cannot move forward while looking backward. You cannot build a strong future while still holding on to past pain. Letting go is not about ignoring reality. It is about freeing yourself from what you cannot fix. It is about making peace with what was so you can fully embrace what is and what is to come. Peace is found in surrender, in trusting that every experience, good or bad, has a purpose. In believing that nothing from your past has the power to define your future unless you let it. Peace is found in stillness. The world is always moving, always demanding more, always pushing people to do, achieve, and prove themselves. But peace is not found in busyness, it is found in stillness. It is found in moments of quiet where you disconnect from distractions, where you take time to reflect, where you reset your mind and heart. Some people never experience peace because they never slow down. They fill every moment with activity, with noise, with obligations. Yet they wonder why they feel so empty. But real peace is found in simplicity. It is found in knowing when to pause, when to breathe, when to rest. It is understanding that your worth is not in how much you do, but in who you are. Peace also comes from gratitude. When you focus on what is missing, on what is wrong, on what you do not have, you will always feel restless, frustrated, and unsatisfied. But when you shift your focus to what is already good in your life, to what you have been given, to what is working in your favor, peace begins to take root. Gratitude shifts your perspective. It reminds you that even in difficult moments, there is still something to be thankful for. It teaches you to see the beauty in the ordinary, to appreciate small victories, to celebrate the progress rather than stress over what is not yet complete. When you cultivate gratitude, peace follows. There will always be challenges, always be uncertainties, always be reasons to feel anxious. But peace is not about having a life without problems. It is about having a heart that is unshaken by them. It is about choosing to remain steady even when everything around you is unstable. It is about finding joy in the present rather than stressing about the future. Peace is a daily decision, a mindset, a way of living. And when you walk in peace, you do not just change your own life, you become a source of peace for those around you. Lord, lead me in patience. In a world that demands instant results, patience is often overlooked. People want success overnight, answers immediately, and solutions without delay. But anything truly valuable takes time. Growth takes time. Healing takes time. Becoming who you are meant to be takes time. Impatience leads to frustration, unnecessary stress, and poor decisions. Many people rush into things they are not ready for situations that are not aligned, and end up with regret. But patience is strength. It is the ability to wait without complaining, to trust without doubting, to endure without losing hope. It is understanding that delays are not denials and that waiting is not wasted time. Sometimes the process is just as important as the destination. Patience is tested in difficult seasons. When things do not go as planned, when doors do not open, when prayers seem unanswered, impatience whispers that nothing is working. It pushes people into discouragement, into frustration, into settling for less. But patience is the ability to endure these seasons without losing faith. It is trusting that even when you cannot see progress, something is happening behind the scenes. Some of the greatest opportunities, blessings, and breakthroughs require waiting. And if you move too soon, you risk stepping into something that is not fully prepared for you. Or worse, something you are not fully prepared for. Power, timing matters. A fruit picked before it is ripe may look good, but it will lack the sweetness it was meant to have. In the same way, stepping ahead of time can cause you to miss out on something far greater. Patience is also necessary in relationships. People are flawed, imperfect, and growing just like you. There will be misunderstandings, moments of frustration, and situations that test your character. Without patience, small issues turn into unnecessary conflicts. Minor offenses become major divisions. Many relationships, friendships, marriages, partnerships fail not because of huge betrayals, but because of a lack of patience. It takes patience to listen, to understand, to give grace when mistakes are made. It takes patience to see past someone's weaknesses and recognize their growth. No one changes overnight. No one becomes perfect instantly. Patience is what allows people to love deeply, to forgive freely, to stay committed even when things are not easy. Patience is also key when pursuing dreams and goals. Many people give up too soon because they do not see immediate results. They plant seeds, but do not wait long enough to see the harvest. They start strong, but become discouraged when progress is slow. But anything worthwhile takes time to build. Patience is the ability to keep working, keep believing, keep showing up, even when nothing seems to be happening. It is knowing that small steps taken consistently lead to great destinations. It is understanding that just because you do not see results yet does not mean they are not coming. The strongest foundations are built over time. The greatest achievements are not instant. They are the result of patience, endurance. Patience also brings peace. Impatience leads to stress, frustration, and anxiety. It makes people rush, worry, and constantly feel like they are behind. But patience allows you to rest in the process. It teaches you to embrace where you are instead of constantly worrying about where you are going. It helps you appreciate the present instead of being consumed by the future. Some people miss the beauty of today because they are too focused on what has not yet happened. But patience allows you to enjoy the journey, to trust that everything is unfolding as it should, to know that what is meant for you will not pass you by. Patience is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is understanding that things of great value cannot be rushed. It is knowing that waiting is not a waste but a preparation. Every season of waiting is refining you, strengthening you, preparing you for what is ahead. It is teaching you lessons that you will need for the future. It is developing the character you need to sustain what is coming. When you walk in patience, you do not just endure the wait, you embrace it. And in doing so, you position yourself for something greater than you could have imagined. Everything in life is a process. Growth, success, wisdom, peace, strength, patience. None of these things happen instantly. They are built over time, shaped by experience, refined through challenges. Too many people rush through life chasing after things that will not last, running ahead without preparation and then wondering why they feel empty when they get there. But when you allow yourself to be led, when you trust the process, when you embrace each season with wisdom and patience, you will see that nothing is wasted. Every delay has a purpose. Every lesson is shaping you. Every struggle is strengthening you. The greatest mistake people make is trying to do everything in their own strength. They fight battles they were never meant to fight. They carry burdens they were never meant to carry. They stress over things they were never meant to control. But when you are led in wisdom, when you are strengthened beyond your own ability, when you are guided by something greater than yourself, you cannot fail. No storm can break you. No obstacle can stop you. No delay can deny you, because what is meant for you, no one can take away. So do not rush the process. Do not force doors to open. Do not allow impatience to push you into something that is not meant for you. Walk in wisdom, move in strength, guard your peace, be patient with the journey, and trust that in the right time, everything will fall into place exactly as it should. When you are led with purpose, when you are guided with wisdom, when you are strengthened from within, nothing can stop you from becoming everything you were created to be. Keep going, keep believing, keep trusting, because the best is still ahead.